Today I'm going to show you how to replace your starter rope on your recoil assemblies. First, the tools you're going to need is a C-clamp, you're going to need a scissors, a lighter or maybe like a match or something, and the new starter rope, or the old one if you're going to reuse the old one. But anyways, here's your recoil assembly right here. Here's the housing part, and here's the pulley for the rope. And the first thing you got to do is get tension on the pulley, and I'll show you that. I'll put the camera down, and here's the housing, and here's the pulley right here. And you rotate the pulley toward you, and you take your thumb and hold the pulley in place like this, and you pull the pulley toward you like that. You keep on pulling it. Your fingers are going to get tired, so make sure your thumb locks the pulley in place while you're rotating it. So yeah, here you go. Rotate it toward you, and yeah, your finger's going to get tired. And I'll rotate it. I gotta rotate it around to get it positioned. And you keep on rotating the pulley. Keep on rotating it, and stop when the square hole right here in the pulley meets the housing hole. And the next thing you gotta do is take your C-clamp and lock the pulley in place on the housing. And got a little technical difficulty here. Take your C-clamp and lock the pulley in place. And remember, keep your thumb held on the pulley so it doesn't wind back. Got it. And again, you need to make sure your hole on the housing meets the square hole on your pulley, so that way you could feed your rope in. And you take your rope end, here it is, and you feed it through the housing hole like that into the pulley hole. And as you see here, the rope is coming out. And it's a good idea if you reuse old starter ropes to cut this end flush with a scissors first before feeding it, and then burn the end on a stove or a little lighter, so that way there's no fray at the end. Because otherwise, if you're going to feed it, it's going to suck. And leave enough out like this as you're pulling it to tie a knot. Because if you leave a little bit like this at the end of the knot, as you're pulling it, the knot will undo. So yeah, and you make a knot like this, and I'll set it down. You make a knot. You make a knot like this, just a single knot, and like I said, leave enough excess out. So that way you don't have to worry about your knot undoing if you have your excess too short. If you have it too short, as you're putting tension on that knot, your knot may undo if you got a little bit of excess on here. So it's always good to have lots of excess. So yeah, and then you pull your rope out like this and make sure the knot's in there, and then you take the assembly in your hands like this, and you pull on the rope like that to give it tension. And like I said, leave enough excess out like this, so that way if you happen to so that way your knot doesn't undo. So yeah, you leave enough excess out like this, and you pull it, and that way your knot gets tight. Then you take a scissors and cut your starter rope like this, like right here, and then burn the end. And then unloosen your C-clamp, and you're done. And that concludes this video. And good night, everybody. Bye.